Good morning. We will start session 7 on chapter Arithmetic Progression, and this is the last session of this chapter. We will start with today optional exercise. So the first one, which term of AP is the first negative term? That means in the given AP we also get set of terms. See, looking at the terms you understand that they are in the decreasing order. 121, 117, 113. That means it will end with some negative term also. But which is the first negative term? Which term of AP? Either it is already 3 terms are there, 20th term, 21st term, something like that we need to check. So, first of all, we'll assume let the AP be, it is 121, 117, 113 and so on, where first term is 121 and common difference is 117 minus 121 is minus 4. This much only is given. Which term? That means what we have to find? We have to find actually n, right? So assuming that an, let us assume that an will be actually less than or greater than 0. Actually the answer whatever we will get, right? So that is why it is a negative term what we have to get here. So let us assume in this manner that, an is less than 0, not greater than 0. An is less than 0, true, because nth term is less than 0 only we can get a negative term. Let us assume that an is less than 0 and let's start with it. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 of d. Assuming that an is not actually equal to 0, but here we consider that an should be less than 0, so I will write here it as 0. So whatever term we get here, whatever term we get, that is, what is the first term? First term is 121 plus n minus 1. N is what? We need to find out of common difference 4. This is how the pattern we will write it. Now is this clear what I have written? See, nth term is not equal to 0, children, but our nth term should be less than 0. Why? That's why it's a negative term. What I get here is the final part, because that's the first negative term. Go on simplifying with respect to 0 whatever they have given here. So 0, 121 minus 4n minus plus 4. So this is 121 plus 4 is 125 minus 4n. Let us assume and shift it this side. Minus 4n is equal to minus 125. N is equal to minus 125. Minus will get cancelled by 4. So 2 125 by 4 if I write, 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12, 4 ones are 4, 1 remainder. So what actually I get here? So 4 twos are 8, or if I write this n as 4, so 4 threes are 12, 4 31s are 1 by 4. Can I write like this? I will choose this. 31 1 by 4. The thing is, can we get like this answer n is equal to 31 1 by 4 or 31.2? No, we cannot get, right? But let us consider this integral part after 31 what we have get as a next decimal. Let n is equal to 32. Why 32? I got 31 point something. I'll assume that as 32. It's always done like that. Therefore, its 32nd term is the first negative term. Yes, this is how you solve it. Whatever you get, you need to actually write it in this term. how you actually end this term? See, I have taken 0. You can actually write it the same way what we have written it here, right? So, the nth term, whatever we got, instead of this equal to sign, children, you can always mention this because there is everywhere the same one. Go with this only if you want, doesn't matter. Okay? So, quickly, we will start with, so remember, whenever they ask you this type of question, which is the first negative term, you get n in terms of a fraction. That is, you convert that in mixed fraction or you write that in decimal, but just round that off to the next decimal point. Next one, the sum of third and seventh terms of AP is 6 and their product is 8. Okay, look at this. Let us solve accordingly what they have given. A plus 2D plus A plus 6D is equal to 6. 2A plus 8D is equal to 6. 2 common. A plus 4D is equal to 6 as it is. Okay. They have also given, 3 will come here. A plus 4D is equal to 6. 2 will get divided by 2 as it is. Let's take this product now. A3 into A7 is equal to 8. A3 is written as A plus 2D, A plus 6D is equal to 8. Now, if you sit and multiply this as a binomial by binomial and then use substitution method here to substitute A value, D value, you might end up, but it will be very complicated. So what to do in such sums is, always you should know how to adjust the given things with something what we have got. And how do we understand? That only comes by practicing more and more such type of sums. So we have A plus 2D, we have A plus 60. You should bring it in such a form that either A and D can be found out very easily. We have a condition given here, A plus 4D. Can we express this as A plus 4D? Yes. How? A plus 4D, I will write because I have A plus 4D is equal to 3. But I want answer as A plus 2D. Shall I write minus 2D? What will I get? 4D minus 2D is 2D again here. Okay. This also, I will write this as A plus 4D plus 2D. Why 4D only? Because I have the pre-existing condition as A plus 4D. Which identity is this? A minus B, A plus B. Right? What is A plus 4D, children? Is 3. 3 minus 2D, 3 plus 2D is equal to 8. From equation 1. A plus B and A minus B. A square minus B square. 3 square minus 2D whole square is equal to 8. Minus 4D square is equal to 8 minus 9. 3 square is 9. Minus 4D square is equal to minus 1. Minus will get cancelled. D square is equal to 1 by 4. And D is equal to plus or minus 1 by 2. Okay. So this is D value. Now with respect to D value, D is plus as well as D is minus. So I will just erase this. I will write it here. A3 into A7 is equal to 8 because I require this case now. Okay. So now let's find for S16, let D is equal to plus 1 by 2. So I consider in case of plus 1 by 2 what will be A value with respect to D and A, what is S16. So A plus 4D is equal to 3. A plus 4 into 1 by 2 is equal to 3. 2 ones are 2 2s are. So A is equal to 3 minus 2, A is equal to 1. S16 is equal to n by 2, 2A plus n minus 1 of D. 16 by 2, 2 into 1 plus 16 minus 1 of 1 by 2. D is 1 by 2. Next, 16 by 2 is 8. 2 plus 16 minus 1, 15 by 2. Please don't cancel 2 ones out, 2 and 2 here. Plus sign is there. Take LCM for that. 8. 4 plus 15 by 2. Now you can cancel. 2 ones are, 2 fours are. 4 into 19. 19 fours are 76. S16 is equal to 76 when D is plus 1 by 2 and A is 1. Now we have one more set of S to be found out. I'll adjust in this only. D is plus or minus 1 by 2. Let D is equal to minus 1 by 2. A plus 4D is equal to 3. A plus 4 into minus 1 by 2 is equal to 3. A minus 2 is equal to 3 and A is equal to 3 plus 2, 5. So when D is minus 1 by 2, A is 5. S16 is equal to N by 2, 2A plus N minus 1 of D. 16 by 2, 2 into 5 plus 16 minus 1 of minus 1 by 2. Bracket closed. 8. 2 5s are 10. 16 minus 1, 15 minus 15 by 2. Right? I have taken minus there. Take LCM. 8. 20 minus 15 by 2. Now you can cancel. 2 ones are, 2 fours are. 4 into 20 minus 15 is 5. S16 is equal to 20. So when D is plus 1 by 2, A is 1. S16 is sum of first 16 terms is 76. When D is minus 1 by 2, A is 5 and sum of first 16 terms is 20. So this is main thing what you have to do, right? Plus or minus. Quite lengthy sum. So we'll quickly move to the next one. A ladder has rungs 25 centimeter apart. Now what do you mean by rungs? Sorry. See, we all call that as legs of ladder, right? We usually tell that in the common language, but that's actually rungs. So that is 25 centimeter apart. Apart from that, what they have given? The rungs decrease uniformly in length. Yeah, of course. Have you seen a ladder anytime? It will not be in the same order. I mean, the rungs slightly decrease, right? As it goes upper. The uniform ladder, if you see. Now, even the ladder stool, what we have it in our home, right? The smaller one. Have you seen? We call them as steps. But the steps also, when you see the breadth-wise, as it goes up and up, it actually decreases. The same thing here, what they want to tell us is, if this is a ladder, so the ladder has rungs 25 centimeter apart. So if I consider this is one rung, second rung, third rung, so and so, I have, so this length is 25 centimeter. Okay. Apart from that, the rungs decrease uniformly from length 45 centimeter at the bottom to 25 centimeter at the top. This is 45 centimeter, and as it goes upper, it becomes 25 centimeter. Understood the difference? What it is? But that distance remains the same. There. If the top and bottom rungs are 2.5 meter apart, that means this 2.5 meter, children, don't get confused. The whole question is in centimeter. If the top and bottom rungs are 2.5 meter apart, what is the length of wood required for the rungs? Length of wood, total wood required, it is Sn, what we have to find. So first of all, let us everything is in centimeter. Let us convert that distance from top rung to the bottom rung in terms of centimeter. So, question number 3. Distance between top and bottom rung is 2.5 meter. So 2 2s are 4, 5 by 2 into 100. If I multiply, that will become centimeter. Simple. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Cross multiply and get it. You will get that. So 2 1s are 2 5s are 10 0, 5 5s are 250 centimeter. So the total distance from top rung to the bottom rung is 250 centimeter. This is small formula given actually in the book, that is distance between every two rung is 25 centimeter. We actually want SN we have to find. That means we want number of rungs actually. Number of rungs, the formula they themselves have given. We have to follow that. In case if the formula is not given in the exam, you should remember the same formula. So number of rungs given, number of rungs n is equal to, so how it is, the distance between the top rung and the bottom rung divided by the distance between each rung plus 1. Why it is plus 1, can you tell me actually? So see, because we actually climb at 1. Then upper part also when we climb, that's the next rung what we climb. That is why it is always plus 1 when we talk about distance. So this is formula, children. Don't break much your head. How did we arrive at it and why? This is formula. Formula is nothing but distance between the rungs, that is top rung and the bottom rung, divided by distance between each rung plus 1. So first of all, we'll cancel this. 25 ones are, 25 tens are. Don't sit and take LCM here and do it. First cancel it. 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. Now the things became very simple. So we can say, also what is given? First term is given. What is first term, children? 45. N is 11. What is last term? Last term is 25. Enough. With this, can we find Sn? Yes, we can find. S11 is equal to n by 2 a plus an over. So 11 by 2, 45 plus 25, 11 by 2 into 70, 35. So 11 into 35 is equal to 385. Give the conclusion. The length of the wood required for the rungs is 385. What? Yeah, that's all. Length of the wood required. Give the conclusion. That's all. This is how you have to solve. If you sit and think now, common difference is not there, second term is not there. No. Use with applied thing only here. First term, last term is known. N is known. That's more than enough for us to solve the sum. The next one. The houses of a row are numbered 1 to 49. So, let the AP be 1, 2, 3, dash, 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 up to 49. Let the AP be 1, 2, 3, up to 49. Where first term is 1 and common difference is also 1. A is 49, children, but we don't require that anymore. Why? Because you see here. Show that the value of x, now what is this x? I will make you understand. Show that the value of x such that the sum of number of houses preceding the house numbered x is equal to the sum of number of houses following it. The whole question is about Sn. That means something, it is about S49. Okay, let us assume that now here. See, 1, 2, 3. We have some numbers up to 49. Assume that we have one number here 34 and we have number here 33 and this is 35. Just assume that these are some numbers in between. Okay, just an assumption. According to the question, now what they have told is, let us assume one number as x. So if I assume that this number as x, this number and the preceding number, what preceding number? This preceding number, how do I write? How did I get this? Can I say this is x minus 1? 34 minus 1. See, this is n children. This is n minus 1, right? Okay, if this is n minus 1, correct? Because n is 34 if I consider. N minus 1 is 33. Just an assumption. If this is x, this is x minus 1. Suppose if I add the sum of this and sum of this, I will get S49. But which sum I am adding? Is it 34th? Is it 33rd? Is it 35th? Is it 24th? I don't know. Some random number in between here. Okay? But did you understand this concept? If I consider one in between some house, which is x, and the preceding house as x minus 1, of course. If I add those sum, I get sum of the total number of houses. That is what is nothing but S49. Because there are total 49 houses. 1 to 49 number means 49 houses. So that is what the concept they have given here. Is this very clear what I have explained? So let us write down. Let, according to the given question or by data, so the sum of number of houses or what they have given here is show that the value of x such that sum of the number of houses preceding the house number x. So sum of number of houses x and the sum to preceding sum to the preceding house x, that is x minus 1. Sum of the number of houses x and sum to the preceding house x, previous x, is x plus s of x minus 1 is S49. This is what their meaning is. If I add some random number x as a house and the preceding house also, if I add those two, I get S49 as an answer. Find the value of what they have given here now, x. So let's do that. Let's first do this individually. Sx, Sx minus 1 and S49. We'll equate that and find the value of x. Same formula children. Sn is equal to, first write the formula once. N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 of d. What is your n here? Your n is x. Okay. So Sx is equal to x by 2. You know what is a? 2 into 1 plus x minus 1. D is also 1. So x by 2 of 2 plus x minus 1. X by 2, 2 minus 1 is x plus 1. So I can say that Sx is equal to x of x plus 1 by 2. Keep this as it is. Don't multiply because it is easy for us in further calculation. Next, what are we supposed to calculate? We are supposed to calculate Sx minus 1, right? So is equal to, what is your n here now? Here your n is x minus 1. Remember that. So wherever n will come, write x minus 1. X minus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 2 into 1 plus n minus 1. N. What is n? X minus 1. Minus 1 in the formula again of 1. Okay. is equal to x minus 1 by 2, 2 plus x minus 2. Cancel. S of x minus 1 is equal to x minus 1 by 2. So we got S of x minus 1 sum. Now next what we have to find here is, this x minus 1 of x is there here once again. So I will write this as x of x minus 1 by 2. Right? It is the same thing. This x I forgot to write here. Last is S49. S49 is equal to 49 by 2 of 2 into 1 plus 49 minus 1 of 1. 49 by 2 of 2 plus 49 minus 1, 48. 49 by 2 into 50, 2 ones are 2, 25s are. So 25 into 49 will give you 1225. S49. I don't have a space down. Shall I do it in this working part? I think it will be enough for me to do it. So let me substitute the whole thing. Sx plus x minus 1 is equal to S49. Sx is what, children? X by 2 of x plus 1. X minus 1 is what? Plus x by 2 of x minus 1 is equal to 1225. I will take x by 2 common. X plus 1, x by 2 is common here, and we have x minus 1 is equal to 1225. Always try to take common wherever possible, not only in this chapter. Further, when we start with surface area and volume, there also, wherever possibility we can take common, try to take common and solve it. Your calculation becomes much easy. X by 2 into 2x is equal to 1225. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. X square is equal to 1225. Therefore, x is equal to square root of 1225. 1225 is very simple. 5 square, 25. How do you get 12? 3 fours are. So it is nothing but 35 square. Correct now? 5 5s are 25, children. Consecutive of 3 is 4. 3 fours are is 12. That is how you calculate. Therefore, x value is 35. Understood this sum? It's quite complicated, but once you understand this technique what we have written and we have to solve, it is actually very simple, right? Copy it down, do it neatly. The statement, along with the statement this goes. You can do it simultaneously if you want. It's up to you. Sx, Sx minus 1, S49. So I found them separately, 1, 2 and 3. Substituted in the given equation, I got the value of x. Quickly, we'll finish with the last sum. We'll start with the fifth one and the last one of this session. A small terrace at a football ground comprises of 15 steps. So n is 15, understood from the first part of the question itself. Each of which is 50 meter long and built a solid concrete. Each step has a rise of, suppose if I assume that, so this is the step, right? This is how it will be. It has a rise and thread. So when we talk about a rise, now see, we climb the step, so this is rise. We rest our foot on this, right? So that is tread. We all say it as a treadmill, right? That means we rest our foot on that, we keep our foot on that. So that is tread. So what are they saying here is, the rise is 1.1 by 4 meter and the tread is 1 by 2 meter. This is what it is given in the figure. And the total total, what you can say is here, the width of what they have given here, the each built up is 50 meter long, which is built by a solid concrete. That means first of all we need to find the volume of the concrete, how much it is. That is very important here. And what have they asked us to find? Calculate the total volume of the concrete required to build the terrace. Okay. First of all, let us find out volume of concrete required to build one step. Now that means they are asking us what is the volume required to build 15 steps. They are asking total volume, which is nothing but S15. We have to find that also. We understood. According to them it is total volume. Okay. So to find that, first I should know at least for first step how much it is required, then second step, then third step, right? How is it done? Volume of concrete required to build first step. How much it is? What is the volume? Volume formula is length into breadth into height. So for first step, it is length is how much? 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 into 50. So I can say this is 25 by 4 for the second step. Now for the second step, children, see here, total volume of the first part means here to build this part we calculated. Okay. Now second part when I am building, it is actually this part. I will draw some imaginary line here and this part. That means now how many rise do I have? I have first rise, I have second rise, because here this rise same as this, and then I have the tread, right? So second step is given by 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 into 50. So 1/4 plus 1/4 is actually half into half into 50. So this is 25 by 2 meter cube. Third step I will tell you now how. See here, for third step actually, so what we will do is this much we have to do. So this much means this is one line, this is one line, so it is 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, right? The tread will be the same, but the rise will be of this step measurement and this step. 3 times of the rise we are calculating there. So this is 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 of 1 by 2 into 50. So 3 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 into 50. 2 ones are 2, 25s are 75 by 4 meter cube. Therefore, the AB is 25 by 4, 25 by 2 and 75 by 4 dash dash dash. So with this we have clearly the list of numbers are in AB. Now first term is 25 by 4. Common difference you have to find here 25 by 2 minus 25 by 4. So LCM is 4 into 2 into 1. So 50 minus 25. So this is nothing but 25 by 4 is the common difference. So n is given as 15. Let us find out the total Sn with this. Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 of d, where n is 15 by 2, 2 into 25 by 4 of 15 minus 1, 25 by 4 is the common difference. If you want, actually I'll tell you, you can take off 25 by 4 common. Very simple in calculation it will be if you want. See here, 15 by 2 into 25 by 4 I'll take off common here children. Plus 2 plus 25 by 4 I have taken common anyways here. 15 minus 1 is what? 14. 15 by 2 into 25 by 4 into 16. 4 ones are 4 fours are 16. So 2 ones are 2 twos are. So 15 twos are is 30. 30 into 25 you actually get 750 meter. Actually it should be volume, not volume, total we are finding. Actually not total volume, total how much is required here, because already volume we found out. This is the total, that is what I can say is total volume of the concrete required to build 15 steps. So actually you can give answer in cube. Yes, you can give it here. So this is the total volume of the concrete required to build 15 steps should be your conclusion. So with this we complete the chapter arithmetic progression, the optional exercise. Optional exercise sums are quite complicated, but if you understand the concept, you can solve any sort of given sums. I have also given you on the question bank, that is assignment book. I want you all to be thorough with the arithmetic progression chapter from that given assignment book, since it is a very important chapter from examination point of view.